Alright, so we probably can see a little bit of sunset I got going on. We're gonna do a little takeoff. Ah, damn, this thing just hauled, buddy. Anyways, so, figure this little sunset cruise. Particular gear I'm wearing right now, which is gloves, jeans, boots, helmet, t-shirt. Will be a great lead-in to my next particular topic, which is what I call risk. Every day you get up, every day you do something, you take on risk, whether it's a simple decision of what to wear that particular day, or whether you're going to go make a huge purchase, or a particular route you're going to drive to work, school, girlfriends, boyfriends, wherever it is you decide to drive to, or especially in a lot of our cases when we decide to get on a motorcycle. I look at risk as this. You always got to weigh what it is that the outcome could possibly be. Like say for motorcycle, you're gonna get on two wheels, you have no crash cage, you got nothing around you. So you inherently know that crashing is gonna be shitty. You already know that. Anybody that gets on a bike and doesn't think about a shitty crash, obviously not the whole ride, just the possibility of it happening, is ignorant. You have to know that bad things can happen. That being said, you're like, well, why don't you wear full gear? It's my choice. I choose to wear jeans, boots, gloves, and a helmet. I know that skin grafts are a motherfucker. I know that having horrible scars are a bad thing. I know that getting tore up. It's the same reason why people smoke. It's the same reason why people drink. Same reason why people do drugs. They know they're inherently bad, but still choose to do them. When it comes to risk, you know, you gotta, like I said, weigh the outcomes. I, on this particular road, don't wear full riding gear because it's open. The inherent risk is a lot lower than that of riding on a 4-lane major highway during rush hour. That I would most certainly be wearing all full gear because I know that I'll be around a lot of people that are distracted, not paying attention to what they're doing, you know, caring about their business as opposed to paying attention to what they're doing and driving. So you got to pick and choose what it is that you take higher or lower risks on. Now that kind of thinking doesn't necessarily have to just apply to motorcycling. It can apply to everyday life. Like whether you take the risk at your job of sticking up for someone or a coworker or even a client when you know that they and yourself are right and the people around you are wrong. Now granted, that doesn't necessarily mean a risk. It's more of a question of integrity. But there is an inherent risk of, well, you're going to piss off your friends that you may or may not work with. You're going to piss off other co-workers. You're going to piss off your boss possibly. But if they're in the wrong and that other person is most certainly in the right, that's a risk you have to take. And risks like that, especially bosses, when they find out that the boss was wrong, which most bosses, if they're good, they'll definitely admit it. However, there are ones that are self-righteous and most certainly won't admit it, in which case you just got to eat it and know that, hey man, you did what you did good by you did good by your client. You just got to let bygones be bygones when it comes to that. So that's risky as far as workplace goes. You know, sticking your neck out for someone that you know is right. say financially. I'll give you a good example of financial risk. When my wife and I moved to Arizona, I was a year out of the Navy. I had no job. I had no prospects of a job. However, I was starting school. So I had about a good month of nothing to be aware of and to you know, take care of as far as money wise goes. So we moved out to Arizona, had an apartment set up, again no job, so I had to pay a month of rent without any income. Granted, I saved up money, but still, that's a cushion. It's not a live by type thing. Oh, and I gotta whack this throttle real quick. Oh god, that's nice. But anyways, so I took a risk financially, knowing that I could not have a job for months on end and be living off this little housing allowance I get from the military, which anybody knows is really hard to live off of. Now, that risk, within a month, I ended up getting a job. That risk paid off. I changed where my location. I mean, I went cross country. I was in Virginia and moved to Arizona. Knew nobody out here, had no family out here. Do I advise that for everyone? Of course not. I mean, it's something that you gotta do your own. You gotta see where you're at. But I do say this: don't be afraid of risk. Don't be afraid of taking chances. You have to do it. It's part of being successful. You have to take certain risks. You have to take chances. Not necessarily unweighted ones or uneducated chances, but still chances nonetheless. Keep going on with myself. That chance moving out here turned into being great because after I graduated from my tech school, actually before I did, 6 months of living out here, my wife and I decided we're gonna stay out here. So we bought a house. I bought a house on a part-time job and a military freaking benefit income. That was it. Knowing that once school ran out, so did the benefits. So I'm back to a part-time job on a house I just bought. Needless to say, that's another risk. Within a month of getting out of school, I landed a job. Full-time job, pretty decent pay. But unfortunately, I wasn't fully happy with it. I wanted to change. I actually got a change sooner than expected, but I still got it nonetheless. To another job, again, which I'm not overly happy with. But, you know, took it nonetheless. To the current job I'm in now, which was a massive change and has paid off very well because now I have this because of it. My car is paid off because of it, which, again, another financial risk. I bought a new Challenger with a part-time job and expiring military benefits, so that's, you know, that's a gamble. You want certain things, you're gonna have to bust your ass to get them. You have to take certain risks to get them. So don't be afraid of risks. Don't be afraid of change. All of that is necessary to be successful. Tell you what, in sport mode, this thing shifts incredibly smooth. I'm actually liking race mode shifts incredibly smooth. I'm actually liking race mode a lot better because the engine braking so much less, so because of how much power this bike has, when you let go of the throttle, it doesn't bog crazy down on you. Which I know rev matching will change that and that, this and that, but you really don't need a rev match this bike. Anyways, so I hope a little outlook on risk and how I deal with it and how I kind of put it together in my own mind to make it so that risk is the benefits outweigh the risk always. If you can't see a benefit of what it is you're doing, then don't take the risk. It's very simple. If there's that potential to have a great outcome, then by all means do it. And do everything you can to make sure that outcome, you know, comes to fruition. So, again, just do whatever makes you guys happy, and do whatever it takes. I don't mean do whatever it takes by crapping on your family and all that other stuff, but I mean do whatever it takes for yourself to get to where it is you want to be in life. And don't settle for the mediocrity that is every freaking American out there. Mediocrity is a sign of a lazy person. Don't be like that. On that note, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to cruise up and down the strip here and see if anybody can look at me. You guys have a good one.